We call ourselves explorers. We draw the maps of the world. We name the rivers and measure the mountains. And when we looked at the great green expanse that blankets the South American continent, we gave it a name: the Amazon. And we told a story about it. A simple, powerful story. The story said this was the last wilderness, a pristine world. Pristine. A word heavy with meaning. It conjures images of a paradise untouched by human hands, an Eden of evolution, where nature and only nature reigned supreme. We pictured small, nomadic tribes living in perfect harmony with the forest. Jungle people moving lightly, leaving no trace, surviving on hunting and gathering. They were part of the ecosystem, not shapers of it. Scientific doctrine reinforced this story. For decades, the leading anthropologists and archaeologists declared that the Amazon simply could not support complex societies. They called it ecological determinism. The argument was clear. The soil here, beneath that thin layer of leaf litter, is acidic, nutrient poor. The moment you cut the trees, the tropical rains wash everything away. You can't grow large-scale crops like wheat or corn to feed cities. The protein, the animals in the forest, is too scarce and scattered. The logic was inescapable. Any attempt to build a civilization here would fail. Any society that tried to grow beyond a small village would starve. The jungle was a green prison, a biological fortress. We believed this. Absolutely. It shaped how we saw the region. It shaped our policies. It turned the Amazon into a symbol of pure nature against the ravages of modern man. That story is a lie concealed not by conspiracy, but by something far more patient, by leaves, by roots, by millions of tons of soil and organic decay. A lie hidden by the very thing we admired, the canopy. For decades, the skeptics, the stubborn archaeologists tried to look. They waded through knee-deep mud. They fought the insects, the humidity that corroded their equipment. And now and then, they stumbled onto anomalies. Pottery shards where no one was supposed to be. Strange, raised earthen roads, called causeways, running in bafflingly straight lines through swamps and mounds, man-made hills, scattered. Betty Meggers, an incredibly influential archaeologist, called it a counterfeit paradise. She argued these were just failed attempts, fleeting villages that tried and were quickly swallowed by the jungle. Others, like Michael Heckenberger, found evidence of larger settlements in the Xingu region of Brazil, but they were still seen as exceptions. Circles, plazas, but still assumed to be low density. The problem was their method. Traditional archaeology is a war fought on the ground. You walk. You dig small exploratory test pits. You can only see what is directly in front of you. You are standing in a pitch-black room, trying to describe its size with a single match. You might feel the leg of a chair, but you never see the whole dining table. You never see the architecture of the room. We needed something that could see through the dark. We needed a light switch. And then, we invented one. It is not a candle. It is a laser. A technology called LiDAR. It stands for light detection and ranging. But let's call it what it really is. A machine for seeing through. An eye that pierces the veil. Picture this. A small plane, or a helicopter, flying over that endless green sea in Ecuador. East of the Andes, the Upano Valley. From above, there is nothing. Just trees. An unbroken ocean of green. Not a single sign of civilization. Inside the plane, a device hums with a high-pitched electronic whine. It is not taking pictures. It is firing. Billions of laser pulses, like an invisible rain of light, shower the forest below. Zit, zit, zit. Hundreds of thousands of pulses every second. Most of those pulses, 99%. They hit the first thing they see, a leaf on the highest canopy, and they bounce back. Useless. Other pulses zip through that first gap, but hit a branch below. Another bounce. Noise. But some, a lucky few, those fortunate particles of light, they find a gap, a tiny space between two leaves, a pathway through the thick web of vines. They shoot straight down, past the humidity, through the deep gloom of the understory, and they hit something hard. The ground, the real ground. When those pulses bounce back, a hypersensitive sensor on the plane catches them. It records everything. The first pulse back, canopy. The middle pulses, branches. And most importantly, the last pulse back, the ground. Then the real magic begins. Not in the jungle, but in a computer. Scientists take these billions of data points. They write an algorithm, a simple, ruthless algorithm. Delete everything that is not the last point of return, and they hit enter. On the screen, the canopy vanishes. It dissolves. It is as if a giant digital hand took a razor and shaved away the entire 100-foot thick layer of vegetation. What is left? It takes the breath away. Stephen Rostaing, the French archaeologist who had spent decades slogging through the mud in this very region, was one of the first to see it. He had suspected. He had found the pottery. He had dug the mounds. But he never saw the whole picture. Now he did. It was not a pristine forest. It was a blueprint, a ghost map. What the scientists announced in early 2024, what they had been analyzing through 2025, was not small villages, not failed settlements. They had found a vast urban network, cities, more than 6,000 man-made mounds, not random hills. They were arranged. They were clustered into complexes, into neighborhoods. 15 major settlements, of varying sizes, identified in the 300 square kilometer area they scanned. And they know this is just the tip of the iceberg. We are talking about a civilization that is 2,500 years old. Think about that. It was being built around 500 BC. This is contemporary with the Roman Empire taking shape. Contemporary with classical Greek philosophers. It is older than many of the famous Mayan cities in Central America, and these were not crude settlements. We are talking about complex urban architecture. The mounds, some of them dozens of feet high, were built of packed earth. They were not just mounds, they were platforms. On top of them, they built homes. They built ceremonial spaces. They were arranged precisely around central plazas, rectangular plazas, dug down into the ground. They moved millions and millions of tons of earth, with nothing but hands and baskets. And then there are the roads, not winding muddy trails, but broad, straight, excavated roads, raised causeways that run as straight as a laser beam across the landscape. Some are 30 feet wide. Some run for dozens of miles, connecting the major urban clusters. We are talking about an inner-city highway system, built 2 millennia ago. They changed the flow of water. They built long, complex canals to drain the sunken plazas, to channel water to fields. They built agricultural terraces into the hillsides surrounding the settlements. This was a society that engineered its landscape at will. How did they do it? And more importantly, what did they eat? The answer lies in the concept of the Garden City. This was not London or New York, where concrete completely replaces nature. This was a different kind of urbanism, one we are only just beginning to understand. They did not clear-cut the forest to plant massive fields of corn. They managed the forest. They practiced an advanced form of agroforestry. They grew corn, beans, squash, and manioc in their gardens. But they also planted trees. They created food forests, orchards of fruit, palm trees, medicinal plants. They enriched the soil, likely creating terra preta, the famous Amazonian dark earth, by adding charcoal and organic waste. The forest we see today, it is not pristine. It is an overgrown garden, the direct descendant of the orchards the Upano people planted 2 millennia ago. That strange cluster of palm trees. It's not an accident. It's the ghost of an ancient orchard, a massive urban civilization, a complex agricultural society, an impressive engineering network. All of it existed and thrived for at least 1,000 years, maybe longer. And then, it was gone, completely forgotten, wiped from human memory. Why? This is where the story shifts from discovery to mystery. When archaeologists looked at the dating, they saw the cities seemed to be abandoned sometime between 300 and 600 AD. There are hints. Looming nearby, dominating the valley, is the Sangay volcano, one of the most active volcanoes in South America. Imagine, you don't need a Pompeii-style explosion to destroy a civilization. You just need ash. A series of major eruptions. Toxic ash blankets the ground in a thick layer. It poisons the water. It kills the crops. It makes it hard to breathe. It collapses roofs. The land becomes unlivable. It may not have been a single event. It might have been a slow, agonizing evacuation, playing out over centuries. The last people leaving, carrying the memory of their great plazas. The roads beginning to crack. Or maybe it was something else. Disease, internal conflict. We do not know. We only know one thing. After they left, the jungle came back. It came back with a relentless persistence, not with malice, simply with the unstoppable momentum of life. First the weeds, filling the plazas, then the pioneer trees, their roots finding purchase in the packed earth roads, one tree at a time, one vine at a time. The vines smothered the mounds. The great trees grew, their roots embracing the collapsed walls. Within a few generations, the cities were tree-covered hills. Within a few centuries, the hills were just small rises in the landscape. And after nearly 2,000 years, they were just a ripple under the dense green blanket, invisible to the naked eye. Until we turned on the light. This discovery does not just rewrite the history of the Amazon. It rewrites the history of humanity. It shows us there are other ways to build a society, other ways to live in cities. The so-called ecological determinism is dead, buried under the very mounds it claimed could not exist. Humans are not slaves to their environment. They are engineers of it, for good and for ill. The Upano people proved that you can build a sustainable, high-density urban society in the heart of the tropical forest. They did it for 1,000 years. Compare that to us. Our modern cities built on concrete and fossil fuels, can they say the same? This story is the perfect marriage of Indiana Jones and future tech, the romance of a lost city, the mystery of a fallen civilization. But it was found not with a tattered map or a bullwhip. It was found with algorithms, with billions of points of laser data. And this is just the beginning. We have only scanned a tiny, laughably small fraction of the Amazon. We found this in Ecuador. We have found similar structures in Brazil, in Bolivia. What else is waiting under that canopy? We thought we had explored the world, that there were no more secrets, that the maps were full. The truth is, we are only just beginning to see, beneath the sands, beneath the ice, and yes, even beneath the densest jungle on Earth. These ghost cities are calling to us, their earthen roads, silent under centuries of leaf litter. They remind us that we were not the first, and they remind us that even the greatest, most complex, most enduring societies can be erased, utterly forgotten. The Amazon is not an empty space. It is an emptied space. It is not a place without history. It is a place where history has been obscured, hidden by the very life it nurtured. And now, the real work begins. The work of putting boots on the ground, quite literally, to dig, to try and understand what we are looking at. The laser data is the skeleton. Now we must find the flesh, a garden civilization, swallowed by the jungle, and found again. Not with gold, but with light. Thanks for watching until the end. What was your favorite part? Please let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss my future content. Your support is my biggest motivation. Thank you all so much.